Listen, I don't usually listen to the news or the newspapers. That shit just takes me down. If it's important enough, it'll get to me. By the time the news of Trayvon got to me, I really didn't have time to write anything new. But basically, it's the same old story, the same old bullshit we've been going through generation after generation. So I went into my archives, I dug up something I wrote. This was a poem I wrote about 3 years before the abolishment of apartheid. And the essence of it is very relevant today, so I'd like to share it with you tonight. The apartheid factor. This is the chapter on the apartheid factor. This is where the saints step in. This is where apartheid ends. In this poem that lives on its own, containing divine manifestation and transformations that will affect the relations of all the world's nations, as we demonstrate a deeper feature of mastering self and being a teacher, of how to use the divine love that is hereditary while we make the moves that become necessary. This is where we retire those part-time actors who continually act out of the apartheid factor. Mind and body are definitely one. There's as much power in us as there is in the sun. Just above the clouds and darkness of your vision, there's the brightest light by which to make decisions. You've been looking everywhere on the outside of yourself, looking and waiting for others to help, when in your very being you have unlimited means, far more powerful than all the nuclear bombs from the depths of your soul you turn worlds on. The problem has been is that man is not listening and has set himself apart from the message in the heart that's been trying to let him know it's God's will. Apartheid's gotta go. It takes a weaker kind of person to deny that there's a curse on every portion of their life when they don't do others right, like they want done unto them, their loved ones, family, and friends. Just suppose the hours were turned inside out, and the ones with the power became less endowed, while those who've been inflicted by the apartheid factor become the real means to world disaster, consuming everyone and everything that makes the part of life we call human being. Now you see why this must be the final chapter on the apartheid factor. Right here, in God's name, we the saints do proclaim the new day laws, where what you wish upon others becomes instantly yours. We remove all of the elements of space and time and place them in a divine rhyme, so that everyone who hears or reads gets their just due with God's speed. Even now, as you get your earful, you better be extremely careful of what you're really after when you consider the apartheid factor. We're not just talking about black and white. We're talking about what's wrong and what's right. South Africa is just another symbol of it and a sign to show what happens when any people say our life is better than thine. There could be a little apartheid in the mind of everyone, especially when the right things are not done, to improve your attitude and cut apartheid off from its true source of misguided intention for personal, community, and world ascension. It's not good enough to say that you hate it. It's far better to try and relate it to a vision of power, love, and compassion that must become a new world fashion before you all find out through unlimited days of hell's domain where everyone ends up insane that you should have found more love and laughter to escape the doom of the apartheid factor.